Hi guys, coming at you here today with a Night Fae Balance Druid Best in Slot for patch 9.1 guide. We're going to make this video pretty quick today. I just wanted to go ahead and kind of trim it down. They've been getting kind of long, so quick notes before we begin. This guy prioritizes Mastery, Versatility, and Crit. They're significantly better stats than Haste, for a Night Fae Balance Druid. While Mastery, Verse, and Crit are our best stats, a Domination Socket piece is generally worth more damage than any combination of stats. Therefore, we'll always be picking that over our absolute best secondary stats. Higher eye level gear with more secondary stats does not always mean higher DPS if the secondary stats are significantly worse. And this is the best in slot gear you can have, but you should always sim yourself to see which pieces of gear sim the highest for you with the gear that you currently have. Moving right along, Domination Sockets. We've got the Cap of Writhing Malevolence, Spalders of the Crooked Confident, Mansworn Eviscerator's Curus, and there's two more pieces on the next slide, but just to go ahead and get in here, the first one drops from Remnant, grants the Chaos set bonus, which is what we'll be using. The second one drops 7 eye levels higher because it drops from Kel'Thuzad, the second to last boss. Grants the Frost set bonus, and the third piece drops from Eye of the Jailer, and it grants this Blood set bonus. In addition to those three pieces, we have two more Domination Socket pieces that do not give any stats, don't give any set bonuses, but they do give a Domination Socket, which is why we're going to pick these. So the left one drops from Painsmith, this is Hangman's Knotbinders, and the right one, Trenchant Warmonger's Treads, drops from Soul Render. They both drop at eye level 252 for us. In addition, as we mentioned earlier, we're going to be using the Chaos Bane set, which means we're going to be using 3 Unholy Shards. And then for our other 2 Domination Sockets, we're going to be using the Shard of Core, which is the Frost Shard. Gives us more damage each time we hit a new enemy. And the Shard of Beck, the Blood Shard, increases our damage by a little bit whenever you have 50% or more health in your target. This is percentage based, so if I have 100% and my target has 50% health, that's when I start doing bonus damage. So Chaos set, and these 2 shards are what you want to be hitting. Moving right along, we're going to go with our Trinkets. Because we're using the Convoke Legendary, we'll be using one on-use ability, or on-use trinket, and the other one's going to be passive. That way we're amping up our Convoke damage as high as we can. So IQD is really good. It can give us Grit, or Verse, or Mastery. Hopefully Mastery is our optimal one. Or if you can get your hands on a good Instructor's Divine Bell, that's also really good. It drops from World Quest and Command Table and Callings, so kind of tricky to get, but sometimes you can get lucky with a World Quest. Gives a ton of Mastery on use when you use it, and it lines up right with your Convoke. You can get it. You can use it once, use it off cooldown, and it'll be back up your Convoke on your third use of Divine Bell. IQD is kind of, it can give you lots of things, but if you can get it to work right and give you the stats, it's obviously really, really good as well. In addition to that, Titanic Ocular Gland, which drops from Eye of the Jailer, is really good because it's going to give us Mastery, about 117 free Mastery just at all times, as long as we're above 50% health. And Unbound Changeling can also work for that passive trinket, and it can give the same amount, or not, it can give slightly more Mastery, but you have to wait for the proc to hit, which means you might want to delay your Convoke for that. Moving along, we have our weapon, which is the Maledict Opus. This drops 7 eye levels higher than every other weapon, gives us crit mastery and a ton of intellect, and it drops from Kel'Thuzad. Our legendary is going to be Celestial Spirits, and this Convoke the Spirits cooldown is reduced by 50%, and its duration is reduced by 25%. Convoke the Spirits has an increased chance to use an exceptional spell or ability. Now the way this works out, every third cast of Convoke will end up giving you a full moon, which is really strong. It's a lot of damage. But however, every Convoke is only going to be half as effective as a normal Convoke. So, I'm sorry, not half, 75% as effective. So you only throw out 75% spells. But Convoke the Spirits cooldown is now 1 minute long, so you end up getting a lot more out of it. It's a really good legendary, and we're going to be crafting it on our legs because that's the only spot that does not conflict with the Domination Socket slot. Moving along to our back, this is going to be Zilur Zaya's Cape. It drops from the other side at eye level 252 from the Great Vault. You can also, all of these Great Vault items can be upgraded from 2 up to level 246 with Valor, so keep that in mind. For our rings, we're going to be using the Tarnished Insignia of Kel'Thuz. It's crit verse, it's not our favorite stats, but it drops at level 259, so it's really, really strong. A lot more secondary stats than every other ring. And the other one's going to be Flesh Fused Circle, which drops from the Theater of Pain, and this one gives crit mastery, which are our best stats. In addition to that, we have our necklace, which is Troll Spender Pendant. Once again, you can upgrade this to 246 through Valor or eye level 252 from the Great Vault. Gives crit mastery, just a lot of it. Our wrists drops from Plague Ball. These are the Fastened Venobar Binds. Give us Verse Mastery. And our waist drops from Halls of Atonement. Level 252 from the Great Vault, or 246, gives us Verse Mastery. And these are the sims. So as you can see, Venthyr does sim quite a bit higher, about 200, 300 DPS higher. However, it requires a lot better execution. And it's got a longer burst window because you're not convoking every minute. You're getting your burst every 3 minutes. So, for that reason, we're kind of one of the best burst class in the game. We're like Fire Mage was last patch, where we have a minute-long cooldown on our ability. And Naya is giving us 9,500 DPS if you're playing it perfectly. So, that's why we're going with this. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed. Thank you so much for watching. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, comment. Let me know if you have a different list that you would like me to check out, or if you have any other thoughts. Really hope you guys have a wonderful day, and peace out.